Hello, this is Imaduck, waiting in a queue here for a NPH sealed pre-release event here. So if you're new to watching my videos, hello, and thanks for watching. If you're someone who's watched my videos before, you probably noticed that I basically haven't released any videos in a long time, and I want to apologize for that. Basically, I had a few technical issues that, I recorded several drafts and had a bunch of technical issues either with the recording software or with Magic MTGO crashing, the client crashing and me missing out on games or whatever. So after a while I just got tired of that, and then I've been doing really well in Paper Magic and Standard, so I kind of got obsessed with that for a bit, and I don't feel like buying the cards online here, etc., etc. So one way or another, I ended up not posting any of the MBS drafts that I did, so I apologize for that. So I thought to make it up for you, I'd sit here and do a pre-release event. Normally I won't do the pre-release events because the payouts really suck, but decided to be generous, so here we go. So hopefully you'll watch and enjoy, and we'll see how this goes here. I do enjoy the sealed format. Looks like our queue's just starting up here, and here we go. I can see immediately, hold this guy, who is pretty cool. But, so let's go ahead and sort by rarity first. Alright. Alright, well, Worm Coil Engine, that's a good sign. Goes in any deck and is probably, definitely in the top 5 cards you want to open for a sealed pool in this set. Got a Putrefax, which, unless we can, it's hard to get a good infect pool. This guy is quite good, even on his own. 5/4 first strike is really hard to deal with in this format. Argent Sphinx is great. Xenograft is great. And Fresh Meat is pretty bad. Sorry, did I say Xenograft was great? I was just thinking to myself, just mumbling here. No, terrible. So most of our rares are pretty bad, except for these, well, these 3. We got 3 good ones. So Worm Coil, Argent Sphinx, and Jor Kadeen. And then we got a foil, Inexorable Tide. So yeah, even with the extra rare there, still not very interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and pile by color. And I guess let's start by ruling out Infect. Usually the best way to do it here. So we'll just pull all the Infect creatures I have and just see what we come up with. Actually, it doesn't even look like we got many. Who's Kilmwalker? I don't even know. Oh yeah, that guy. So he's pretty good. He'll probably end up getting played in whatever we do. So 1 Infect guy. There. Putrefax 2, Tel Jihad 3. Good to note we've got a Glissa's Scorn. Okay, in red, double Volt Charge, so, and an Arc Trail and a Shatter. Alright, looks like we're playing red, but I don't see any Infect in there. Instill Infection's good. And a Contagious Nim. Yeah, Plague Stinger. We've got a little bit of Infect, but I don't think quite enough. And then in blue, I see a Volition Reigns, Dark Slick Drake, Argent Sphinx, Lumengrid Drake. So lots of good stuff there. Like I said, obviously not enough dudes to go Infect, which is fine. Shriek Raptor is an Infect. Yeah. Sensor Splicer. Okay. Well, so saw some good red, so I think immediately... Okay, so let's start with the artifacts first. Worm Coil. So, I mean, obviously right now, not going Infect, so we can rule out all of those. Worm Coil Engine can be good. Trigon and the Thaw can be good. Trigon and Corruption's great. Strider Harness might get played, but I'll look at it later. Nurok Replica for blue. I'll come back to that. So in fact, let me just... we'll see if Trigon of Thought gets played, but for now I'm just going to pull in stuff I'll definitely play here. Shrine of Loyal Legions is pretty good. Might not make it if we're not white. I do like... Kilnwalker seems good. I mean, a 3/3 for 3. The fact that it's colorless makes it easy to cast. You know, stinks that it only blocks on defense, but 3/3s are pretty good in this format. 3/3 for 3 is kind of what you want, and, you know, gives you all this other artifact stuff you want. Hovermere, you know, 1/2 vigilance typically isn't good. With some equipment, it can be alright. And sometimes you just need that little flying blocker. Like, there's just a lot of 1-power flyers right now. But I saw a decent amount of blue flyers, so I'm kind of thinking that we're not going to have a problem with flyers right now, assuming that our blue is deep enough. So, you know, we're definitely playing red, and I would splash white for this guy, I think. Even though we don't really have enough artifacts to get Metalcraft going. But like I said, a 5/4 first striker is pretty good. I'm going to keep him in there for now. Green, I think we can rule out. You know, we got the Maul Splicer's okay. Beast Within is good. Glyphs of Scorn is good. But everything else here, I don't really like this card. I mean, I've seen it be a blowout on occasion, but more often than not, it's just... yeah, I mean, it's okay. It'll kill 1 toughness dude, but... You know, like, whereas, like, Instill Infection, yeah, it costs twice as much and, you know, all that, but it draws you a card. Whereas this card, you know, trading to kill one of their 1 toughness dudes usually isn't worth it. Alright, in red looked insane. So Slash Panther is pretty good. He's not always an autoplay, but he's pretty good. Tormentor Exarch is amazing. I really like this card. Just so many 2 toughness dudes, like, getting that 2-for-1 is worth it. Ogre Menial is sometimes playable, but I'm going to not main deck him just yet. I don't know if this guy's playable in Limited. I've seen some people do some fun stuff with it in Constructed. Hey, somebody already submitted a deck, wow. Seen people do fun stuff with him in Constructed. Limited, I don't know that he's playable. Arc Trail, obviously. Shatter, obviously. Daredevil is that guy now. Cavalier, no, we don't really have any equipment. In black, we do have some playables in black here. It looks like. Maybe not much. Nope, not Grain of Fiction. So we've got a Dismember. I wonder if Dismember is worth playing if I'm not playing any black. I mean, 4 life is a bit steep to play, but, you know, -5/-5 kills about anything in this format. I'm going to pull Instill Infection just for now, because we might play it. Parasitic Implant actually isn't bad either, if we were black. Okay. In blue, right off the bat, I see the Volition Reigns, which is a great card. Numbing Dose. Yeah, I think that's playable. You know, it's not great, but it's definitely playable. Yeah, 3/1 flyers for 4, playable. Dark Slip Drake, Argent Sphinx, Aiming Grid Drake, Psychic Barrier. I've heard some people raving about it. I'll take a look at it. White Dispatch. We're never going to hit Metalcraft. Yeah, White I think has gotten a lot weaker now with the NPH packs. Like, we just, you know, it's hard to hit Metalcraft and stuff now, and so the Metalcraft cards are just, you know, and plus you have less Metalcraft cards, so then any of the Metalcraft cards, you know, lose a lot of value, because, you know, there's just not as much synergy. 2 Respectives, meh. Yeah. Sensor Splicer could get played if we played white. Yeah, not much white to play at all. Okay, so we can rule out white, except for maybe splashing for him. If we splash for him, maybe I'll keep Sensor Splicer in, I'm not sure. Okay. Black has some removal, but I think we want to go red-blue here. Maybe red-blue splash white. And maybe keep the Dismember in. Just because it's that good. See if there are any artifacts that I would rather consider in this. Galvanizer, we don't have any other mirror. I got a mundane. Wellspring's good, actually. We don't have any ways to sacrifice, I don't think, but just as mana fixing, it's pretty good. Soul Eater I like. Pinions is okay on the side sometimes. Origin Spellbomb. I don't think we're going to be white enough to where I want to run it. Horizon Spellbomb, no. Like, especially if we're just splashing for one card, which I'm not even sure if we're going to do at this point. Trigon, Quarter Shield, but probably not. Okay, so that's 26, so we can make some cuts here. Let me sort by cost here. Okay, yeah, I like the red-blue. I mean, red, it's just so deep with removal, we have to play it. I still like it, even with all that removal, I think I still like the Dismember. It's because we don't have a lot of big removal, other than, you know, Shatter if their bombs are artifacts or whatever. So, yeah, I think I'm fine with that. How many creatures did it say? 13 creatures, so Quarter Shield's right out. Shrine of Loyal Legions, we don't have enough white. I'll still keep the Wall of Tangle Cord. I'm trying to think what our strategy is going to be. It looks like we're kind of a tap-out control strategy here. We're basically, you know, we're going to wall up, burn out any of their dudes that are giving us trouble, and then eventually get there with our Trigons. Trigon of Corruption, Trigon of Thought. We'll, you know, draw some cards, Volition Reigns, and of course, yield Wormcoil Engine. Didn't pick up a Treasure Mage to go with it, what a shame. But it's still pretty good. So it looks like we need to make one more cut here. Slash Panther is pretty good. Drake, Shrike. Yeah, and so then we'll get there with our flyers too. Looks like to be our plan. And hopefully get there with Wormcoil Engine a whole bunch. So I think I'm going to cut the Sensor Splicer. Psychic Barrier, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess we need to be a little heavy in blue. All our red is single red, so that's not too big a deal. So we need a good bit of blue with this deck. I'm just wondering if we're going to be able to hit this double blue early enough. And, like, if keeping it up is going to be worth it. Like, that, you know, there's the problem with conditional counter spells, obviously, is just, you know, you can keep mana up and then just totally get screwed over if they don't, you know, play exactly what you want. Yeah. But maybe worth hanging out with. The problem is we're mostly tap out as well, it looks like, if you look at our curve and everything here. Does our Proliferate go with anything? Yeah, it goes with our Trigon, so that's cool. I'm just not sure if it's worth keeping this or going down to 22. You know, cut Psychic Barrier, go down to 22, so that we can make sure we try to get up to these 6. I mean, we do have Palladium Mirror, and we also have the Mycosynth Wellspring, which is cool. Like I said, not any synergy with that, but I think it's still playable on its own, just because it gets you, you know, it's just 2 mana for mana fixing. It's not too bad. But kind of makes me want to stick around with this. We'll see. Maybe I'll end up siding out Psychic Barrier. I got a feeling it's not going to do what we want. Poor Lumengrid Drake's probably never going to hit Metalcraft, but I really don't think we have anything else we want to play. Saberclaw Golem is okay. In fact, maybe I play that over Psychic Barrier. Give me another creature. I think that's better. I think we're going to be very tap out in this. Was Pestilent? Oh, yeah. That's right, so we do have one more infect creature. Oh, Nurok Replica. Yeah, Nurok Replica actually fits into what we're trying to do here pretty well. Sorry, let me just double check these here. Trigon,